Very good. Hello.
And before we do so, I just want to give a
esa shida sasa. Kami nilikuja na nimekumbuka.
Mas.
Hizi vitu usiweke ndani sasa. Nyanga ni. Ile ndege.
Bwana bijiji hapa. Unaambia napeleka. Ni mbwekse peace au sio?
Allow me to smile, does it? Ongeshi bwana. Ati mkitembea. Sawa.
Apa iko shai? Hata mwangizi vile nione. I was just being one.
Thank you very much. Let's take our seats. With a lot of authority because of this victory. And with a lot of authority comes huge, and who is self-propelled, and who had a message, and who was able to communicate properly to the people of Kenya. Equal, irrespective of the political party they belong to, irrespective of any need not. Without your support, I know we have capacity to run our own politics. Will not be available to run political errands for any political party. We want to deliver on our plan. It is on the basis of that plan, and with it, enormous accountability. So, they want to know when the subsidies on our agriculture. I promise you, as I promised Kenya, that we will not run government using blackmail or threats or selling politics for any political party, including our. I also want to say the following, that we want for all of us to speak their mind to campaign for us. I know. Bila Mungu asingekuwa hapa. Tungekuwa tunahangaika na wale watu wa nchi. The victory that the people of Kenya have given to us, we come here for the first time. Wow.
I need to congratulate you for this historic achievement. And let me say that this is not an ordinary achievement. This is indeed an extraordinary achievement. If you look at the circumstances under which we have gotten this victory, indeed there is God in heaven. And nothing encourages me when I see especially the new members of parliament who have been elected. It is really a manifestation of the hope we have in this country. You made the people of this country believe. I know there are some members here, like my good friend Kibolek, who still can't understand how they are members of parliament yet. Indeed, there's a God in heaven. And many, 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 many more. Nothing makes me proud than seeing some people who have, really struggled. Honorable Jamatia, Honorable Kibolek, the member for Mgwen, and many, many more who are members of parliament because William Samoei Ruto gave people of this country a chance to believe. As we celebrate, let me say, with a word of caution, that we have a lot of expectations from Kenyans. And we are taking over government and this administration within, very difficult circumstances. You know the level of debt we have in this country. You know the despair Kenyans have. So we still have a lot of work ahead of us. But I'm very sure that, Your Excellency, you are equal to the task and we will deliver.
This is the time really to work. And I think now after politics, we must deliver to our people because we want 2027 to be a walkover for all of us. So I'm going to urge all of us to work together as a team. And then let's also be polite to the ones who have lost. Unajua wana shida sana. Let's be nice to them, hold their hands, tuwaombe, tuwavute pamoja. We build one country called Kenya that can move forward. Na mimi nataka kuhakikishia presidential elect that kwamba hii serikali yetu ambayo tunaianza sasa akituongoza itakuwa ni serikali ambayo tutafanya vitu ambayo tutafanya tofauti kidogo. Hakuna kujivuta sasa, lazima uchumi uinuke na tutafanya vitu kwa mtindo wa chap chap. Kila kitu isonge upesi. Thank you. God bless.
As we sit here today, some of us cannot be able to come into terms of what really transpired through the last 3 years. I remember I was counting days every day to His Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, I would count each and every one day, every creaking of the clock, because we could not wait to see this day come. It is true, it is the end of dynasty, and Kenyans must now move. What we are asking is that for the remaining few days, these people should not tire us. I'm not even thinking about them, of what they are trying to do. Because there has come a time when Israel must go. And the final word from Moses to Pharaoh was that let our people go. People have decided, Kenya has spoken, the people have spoken, and Uhuru Kenyatta, you must let Kenyans go.
Mheshimiwa William Ruto tulimpeleka kwa Wakenya kama mgombezi wa urais wa muungano wa Kenya Kwanza. Lakini sasa hayo yamepita. Baada ya kuchaguliwa, yeye si rais wa Kenya Kwanza, ni rais wa Wakenya wote. Kwa hivyo hata wale ambao wamepoteza ni muhimu pia tuwapatie mkono, tuwapatie bega la kuegemea ili wahisi kwamba Rais Ruto si rais wa Kenya Kwanza tu, bali ni rais wa Kenya wote. Kwa hivyo hilo ni muhimu kwa sababu hatutaki kuleta cheche. Ni kweli kwamba tunashabikia ushindi wetu, lakini wakati tunashabikia ushindi wetu pia tujue kwamba hawa ni muhimu, tuwalete pamoja ili tuwe na nchi moja na tusukume gurudumu la maendeleo pamoja. Asanteni sana.
Many people have been asking, why is our outgoing president silent? And I've been telling them, don't worry about it. Whether he says anything or he doesn't, it doesn't matter. The people of Kenya have spoken. They have cast their votes. They have made their decision. In America, President Trump refused to acknowledge the win of Biden. He refused to call him to congratulate him. He refused to attend the inauguration. He refused to hand over power. President Biden is still the President of the United States of America. So, Mr. President, now the reins of power of this country, together with this entire team, is with you. The demonstration you have shown of your capacity to work around the clock is called upon even more, because we have to change this country and put it back to where it belongs. Smash the state capture that our deputy talks about all the time, and give back the country to its people. Move to a level where nobody feels they're infallible. We had reached a stage where, like in 1016, there was an arrogant king in England called Canute, who became so obsessed with power that he went and sat by the seaside and ordered the tide not to rise. The tide rose and swept him off. And that's exactly what happened on the 9th of August this year. Our worthy competitors are threatening to go to court, but you have seen how what they are saying is replete with simple, cheap errors of arithmetic and law. And we tell our president, don't be distracted, keep your eye on the ball, serve the people of Kenya. And we who have worked with you will do everything humanly possible to make you look good, to make you look different, and to make you succeed phenomenally. Thank you.
Let us make devolution work. Let us make our county assemblies work. Let us make the economy work for everybody. Let us support our President William Samoei Ruto in the delivery of his manifesto, which is the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto. Let us roll up our sleeves. Let us build Kenya. And for those of our colleagues who may have been mesmerized by state capture, In fact, it is the deputy president who said wengine walikuwa nasema tunaenda kwa serikali na sisi tunaambia tunaenda kwa serikali, wengine tumepitana kwa barabara. The ones who thought were going into government have found themselves somewhere else because of state capture. Walipitana hapo Kinungi. So I can only request that make it your mission also that those who are still lost and mesmerized by that propaganda on that side, bring them home. Bring them to the true agenda that is good for the country. Let us have a united nation. Thank you so much. God bless you all. God bless Kenya. And God give all the wisdom that is necessary to our president, his deputy, and to all of us, so that Kenya can become a truly better place. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. The deputy president kept on at that time talking about the need to have good institutions, institutions that work, that are functional, that are independent. Ladies and gentlemen, that message was so vital. And as we reflect on our victory, let us now actually acknowledge that the chairman of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission and the teams that worked there, who have held out and stood forthright in the midst of all sorts of intimidation to make sure that the will of the people was not stolen, have given us an example of the kind of leadership we need when we want to have good institutions. Our president-elect made a very critical statement when he was receiving his certificate. Can you imagine that somebody actually reached the chairman of IEBC and punched him? Can you imagine that people actually injured the commissioners of IEBC and staff and injured them? Can you imagine that there are some people who are actually in the glare of the international community, in the international media, in front of those international observers, actually preparing to stage a coup? A coup on the eve of the declaration of the will of the people of Kenya. Those people have brought a lot of shame to the Kenyan nation. But we want to thank God and thank the men and women who stood forthright and said that come what may, we shall make sure that what God has destined through the people, through the vote, shall not be subverted. And today we stand here knowing that our president is William Samoei Ruto.
The journey to liberate this country from state capture, conflict of interest, economic mismanagement has just started. And we are grateful to God that the man who has been given this task is equal to it. And it is upon all of us to support him, to work as a team, so that we justify the decision made by the people of Kenya against all odds, from the DCI, EACC, county commissioners, deputy county commissioners, chiefs, assistant chiefs. Yeah? I mean, we can't even believe it. I think this is a historic election where what had been mobilized has been brought to nothing. And the whole nonsense of the system and the deep state has been rendered a nullity. That the will of God and the will of the people is what counts in any election. So let me take this opportunity in a very special way to thank all of you. What you underwent, the sacrifices, the time, against a mobilized and weaponized war chest, it's almost unbelievable. And the commitment that you had, the individual sacrifices, we are all from where we sit entirely grateful to all of you. And we want, on behalf of our boss to leaders, say thank you. And when you go back, you thank your teams. Because we led a very coordinated campaign, especially the finishing. We had a good finish.
I want to, in a very, very special way, tell the people of Kenya in this first meeting of the leadership of Kenya Kwanza, that every Kenyan can now go back to their phones. You don't have to use WhatsApp, you don't have to use Signal, you can go back and use your normal phone. Because blackmail, intimidation, threats have come to a stop. I want to promise the people of Kenya that our administration will have nothing to do with the blackmail we have seen, the threats we have seen, the fear that has been sold around the country, that you cannot talk to this or that person because they don't share your political views. I want to tell the people of Kenya, we are having our democratic country back. And everybody can speak to everybody about everything in every way they want, and nobody is going to victimize them. We live in a democratic country, and that is how it should be. To those of us who have been elected, from all the political parties, and especially those who have been elected, those of us who have been elected in Kenya Kwanza, I want to tell you right from here that with the leadership position that has been bestowed on us, the national leadership and the leadership at every level, that leadership that we have won bestows on us a lot of authority. But I want to tell you that with authority comes responsibility. And with responsibility comes accountability. So we must be alive, even as we celebrate that we have won, that on us is authority, yes, but a lot of responsibility has been put on our shoulders, and the people of Kenya expect of us that we must be accountable. The greater the responsibility we have, the higher the accountability bar that comes with it. And therefore, as we celebrate this moment, we also must focus on making sure that we deliver on our commitment. I have seen on TV screens people from all corners of Kenya saying, we listened to you guys. We want to know when the delivery of your commitment is going to begin. And I really want us to know that the expectations of the people of Kenya are huge. And therefore, we do not have the luxury of wasting any time. I want to urge you, all of us, we need all hands on deck, and we don't have time to waste. We will shortly, after we go through the processes that are ahead of us, we will shortly settle down to getting Kenya working. And I want to ask each and every one of you, as I do ask all leaders in Kenya to join hands so that we can take the country forward. The events of after the election are speaking loudly to all of us as Kenyans. The people of Kenya, after the announcement of the results, there were celebrations across Kenya, and there was measured celebration across Kenya. In fact, immediately, the people of Kenya got down to do their normal, what they do normally, sending a very clear signal to us as leaders that they want us to take the country to another level. The people of Kenya have come to appreciate that there was an election, and they have come to appreciate that there were people who were chosen as leaders. There were others who were assigned other responsibilities. So I want to say that this afternoon to ask all of us as leaders in Kenya to learn from the people of Kenya who have settled on the issues. They now want us to deliver on the commitments that we gave the people of Kenya. And I want to say to this team that we do not have the luxury of time to waste. We must get on, roll up our sleeves, tighten up our belts, pull up our socks, and begin the process of delivery of our commitments to the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya have not only spoken that loudly on the unity of the nation. In 2013, the government that won in 2013, we had 25% in 31 counties. In 2017, we had 34 counties. We got 25% in 34 counties. This year, we even have a broader mandate because we have won 25% in 39 counties. That broader mandate comes with greater responsibility to every Kenyan. And that is why I want to say from the onset, there will be no room for exclusion of any part of the Republic of Kenya. We are going to govern in a manner that makes sure that no part of Kenya is left behind. No sector of Kenya is left behind. No community of Kenya is left behind. We're going to move together as a nation because the people of Kenya are already telling us that we need to change the politics of our nation and eliminate ethnicity from the equation of the leadership or governance of the Republic of Kenya. And that is, we are going to obey those instructions from the people of Kenya. With that expanded mandate, as I said, comes responsibility, which we must account for. And I will be leading this team in making sure that not only Kenya is united, but the delivery of government business is going to be to every part of the Republic of Kenya, making sure that if we move together, we can actually achieve more than by getting divided. And in so doing, let me just say two very important things. Number one, because we intend to deliver as a government, the public service is going to be a very important tool in the delivery of government programs and government services. And I want to commit right from the beginning that public service will be professional, and I expect that the public service will serve Kenyans equally without any preference to tribe, communities, or any preference to political affiliations. Public servants across the board, all the way down to the chiefs and their assistants, we will be expecting them to serve Kenyans equally, without favoring people because of their political affiliation. I am asking all public servants who have been forced to take political positions in the just concluded elections to step back and be professional public servants, carry out their mandate professionally. We will be proposing, actually, changing the standing orders so that cabinet secretaries can go to parliament and answer questions. Yes. Cabinet secretaries are public officials. They must be interrogated by parliament. They must go and explain government policy in parliament. And so we will be looking at how we can change the standing orders so that instead of cabinet secretaries going to committees of parliament, they should go to the floor of the House and be asked questions directly by members of parliament so that public policy can be better explained, better understood, and the people of Kenya can know how their government is delivering. We believe in running an accountable government, and the highest level of accountability is in parliament. So those who will be appointed as cabinet secretaries must prepare themselves to face members of parliament and answer questions. Because that's how transparent we want to run the next administration. I think we have insulated those who run our ministries for far too long from accountability. And we expect that that accountability is going to be taken to the next level. Those of us who are politicians, both in Kenya Kwanza and in the camp of our competitors, I want to say here that the provincial administration, right from the chiefs, will not be available to run political errands for any political party. We want a professional public service, a professional provincial administration that will help government deliver on its agenda. Politics will be the business of those who are politicians. So every political party must arrange themselves. Look for your own errand men and women. Look for your own officials. Look for your own structures to run your politics. The provincial administration will not be available to run politics for any political party, including ours. We want them to help us in the delivery of government programs, in serving the people of Kenya equally, irrespective of the political party they belong to, irrespective of any other consideration. That will be the administration that we will be running. We have capacity to run our own politics. We didn't have the provincial administration, but we won. So it clearly demonstrates that you don't need the provincial administration to win any politics. And therefore, as we look into the future, and as I speak today, I want to ask the provincial administration, public officers all over the country to step back from the politics that they have been forced to engage with the last few months and maintain their position as public officers, serve the public equally with no reference to any political affiliation of any Kenyan. We encourage politicians to do their politics in their political parties, in their political formations, and allow government officers to deliver on government work. So that will be the future we are looking at. I will spare no effort to work with each and every one of you to make sure that you succeed, because in your success lies our collective success. So we will work together, we will pull together. And as my able deputy has said, this consultation will be the norm in Kenya Kwanza. Consultations will be the norm, will be the order of the day, because we believe that every person who has been elected has not been elected by chance. They have been elected because they have something they can bring on the table to make our success even better. Yeah, so we will depend on you. We want you to speak freely when we meet like this. We want you to speak freely, openly, so that we can carry the ideas of everybody on board as we chart the future of our country. So to all of you, I want to tell you, this will be the place where we can all consult, we can bring our ideas, we can shuffle those ideas so that a good idea can give way to a better idea, and a better idea can give way to the best ideas. And that's how we are going to take Kenya into the future. And I want to promise you, as I promised Kenya, that the culture of fear, blackmail, and intimidation will stop. We will not run government using blackmail or threats or selling fear to the people of Kenya. We are a free society, democratic society, and everybody can be the best they want to be. We don't fear criticism. We want good ideas to give way to better ideas by opening the space for all of us to speak their mind without fear of any reprisal from any corner. But I want to tell the people of Kenya, we live in a democratic society, and every Kenyan is free to speak their mind, to be the best they want to be. It is the only way we can tap into the talent of the millions of Kenya that make this country the great country that it is. Tutafanya bidii kabisa, 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 so that we deliver to the people of Kenya. I was watching many people being interviewed, and I was amazed that Kenyans were listening to our agenda. And they want to make sure that we deliver. We have no option, good people. We have to deliver. The people being interviewed in streets, in markets, in many places in Kenya want to know when the Hustler Fund is going to be rolled out. They want they want to know when the subsidies on our agriculture are going to be rolled out. And so I want to tell you the following. With this victory comes a lot of authority. we are vested with a lot of authority because of this victory. And with a lot of authority comes huge responsibility. And with huge responsibility comes a huge measure of accountability. So we must understand that yes, a lot of authority has been given to us, but we must also appreciate that it comes with a lot of responsibility, and with it, enormous accountability. So the easier part is done, the difficult part begins, but I am very confident that the team we have assembled in you and in the others, we have what it takes to deliver our plan, our program, and our agenda to the people of Kenya. I am asking all public servants who have been forced to take political positions in the just concluded elections to step back and be professional public servants, carry out their mandate professionally, and serve all Kenyans equally. Political business will be carried out by political actors. Political parties must organize themselves and organize their structures to run their politics. I am sorry, members of the provincial administration, public servants will not be available to carry out political work for any political party. It is the only way we can have a government that delivers. Political parties, including ours, must run their own political activities and look for their own people, errand men and women, to run their politics. Members of the provincial administration, public servants, will not be available to do any political work for any political party. We want them to remain independent, to work for all Kenyans, irrespective of which party they belong to, or which community they come from, or what region they come from. That is how we are going to bring Kenya together. Therefore, I am sending my commitment to public servants that their jobs are protected, their jobs are secure, they don't have to participate, they don't have to take political sides. Politicians and political actors will do that. They should serve Kenyans equally, irrespective of whatever political affiliations we have. Let me also say that going into the future, our government must be accountable. We will shortly be taking steps to make sure that we run a transparent, democratic, but accountable government. And we have discussed here with these legislators and members of both the Senate and the National Assembly that we will be looking at the standing orders. It has not been possible for cabinet secretaries to be interrogated by the legislature. Some members of parliament have been answering questions in parliament. We do not think that is the right thing to do. And we are going to have a discussion so that we can adjust and amend the standing orders to make it possible for cabinet secretaries to get to the floor of the House and answer questions and explain government policy on the floor of the House so that the people's representatives, members of parliament and senators, can interrogate what their government is doing. We do not think that it is enough for cabinet secretaries to go to committees of parliament. We have discussed with our speaker, and there is a possibility of us ensuring that we run an accountable government by making sure that on a daily basis, the people of Kenya, through their representatives in parliament, can ask questions, can interrogate government policy, government programs on the floor of the House, so that we can be better accountable as a government. We will be speaking to many of the other issues as we move forward. We will be making our public policy pronouncements to guide the country in the direction in which we believe the country will move forward. And as I have said, we want to move the country forward at the earliest opportunity possible. We are looking forward to the processes that are now ongoing coming to a conclusion. Shortly, we will be suggesting members of Kenya Kwanza to the transition committee. I think we are doing that today, so that the process of the transition can kick in and we can go towards concluding the matter of the election. If there will be court processes, we will engage in those and make sure that because we are Democrats and we believe in the rule of law. So, to that extent, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say we've had a wonderful meeting this morning. I think we have introduced the new members who are here for the first time. We have also agreed that Kenya Kwanza is going to run a mentorship program for our new members so that we can make them better, more effective, more efficient legislators and people's representatives, and we can better train them to be able to appropriate their responsibilities of oversight, their responsibilities of legislating, and their responsibilities of representation. We want them to be effective so that we can better deliver to the people of Kenya. So with those many remarks, I think we have also agreed on other internal matters, on what priorities we are going to work on. We have also agreed on other political manenos, which we are going to engage in and move forward together. And in our midst, I think we have our county governors who are here. We have senators who are here. We have members of parliament also who are here. Our senators, we have 24 senators. Asante sana, waheshimiwa, keti chini. Kenya Kwanza members of parliament again? 163 of them, they are here. Aya, asanteni sana, thank you very much. We also have in the House independents who are not members, directly members of Kenya Kwanza. Wasimame. We have them in the House. I think we have, how many of them? 8, and another 2 who are not here today. Okay, so out of 12, I think 10 members of the 10 independent members have joined our team. I think those are the people who are there. Can I ask all our governors then to stand? Magavana wetu. Let's do the governors first. Thank you very much. Those are our governors. Asanteni sana. And then the deputy governors wasimame. Very good. Asanteni sana. We still have 2 outstanding governors because the elections have not been carried out. And we are confident that those 2, we will deliver them to Kenya Kwanza. We are confident.